Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Just to comment on the statement by Senator Hamida. Indeed, Honorable Speaker, we are all concerned about the environment in which we are going to have the elections of 2027. And part of that is the way that we treat the process of voter registration, the sanctity of the voters register, the fact that it is a right reserved only for Kenyans to be able to exercise that right. And Honorable Speaker, as I said yesterday, sometimes it is quite alarming, the information that comes from the IEBC. We would want that the Commission understands that this is a very solemn duty that they've been given to undertake, and that they must speak with clarity. There was confusion just a few weeks ago when they said that people who had registered prior to 2012 would have to re-register again. And it was not helpful because one commissioner is saying something and the chair himself is saying something else. There are many, many concerns, and I would want, Honorable Speaker, that the Commission understands that Kenyans need regular briefings from them on what they are doing to address some of those things. Indeed, I also received reports of people who are checking details on the portal and finding that somehow they have been transferred without their consent. And I saw the Honorable Mark Mwenje, the Member of Parliament for Embakasi West, also raised concerns regarding a specific incident, Honorable Speaker, and we want to hear directly from the Commission on what it is doing to avert all these things. And when we speak about the entire environment, Honorable Speaker, I would also want to urge those in power today to understand that all of us have a responsibility to maintain peace in this country. We all have a responsibility to protect our democracy, Honorable Speaker. The sort of environment in which an election is had is more important than even the act of casting the ballot itself. Speaker, we live in a region where we see very strange things happening. In our region, there's places where you can't hold campaign meetings. There's countries where political parties and political leaders have been banned and put in jail, respectively, Honorable Speaker. And we don't want that disease in Kenya. We would want to be allowed to canvass our thoughts. Let people hold meetings, Honorable Speaker. Let people feel free to walk around their own country. And it is saddening, Honorable Speaker, that it can deteriorate to a place where, political violence used to be restricted to political events. It is one thing for somebody to ambush you at a rally and assault you or send goons to your meeting. But it is a totally different spectre, Honorable Speaker, that you can be seated at a restaurant having coffee or tea with your family and people send goons to attack you there. I think we must all condemn that culture very strongly, Honorable Speaker. And the most saddening thing is after what happened to Senator Ososi, we saw choreographed narratives being run on social media by people who are associated with senior people in government. We must condemn that, Honorable Speaker. And finally, personally, I want to thank the clerk of this House. Senator Ososi, you might not know that when I called Jeremiah Nyegenye, he was one of the people who acted very swiftly in conjunction with the minority leader and the office of the Speaker to ensure that you are brought to Nairobi for treatment. So we thank the Speaker and the Clerk of the Senate. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Speaker, I wanted to comment on the statement from the Senator of Nandi, but I wanted to let this House know that we had actually submitted a motion of adjournment to discuss what happened to Senator Ososi. It is quite heartbreaking, Honorable Speaker, because this is the first day we resume after that incident. We were hoping to get opportunity to have that conversation. I'm told that the Speaker has not approved, and as somebody pointed out, Honorable Speaker, up to today, the leadership of this House has not communicated on something that happened to one of our colleagues. It's quite disappointing and sad. Honorable Speaker, let me just address the question of voter registration that Senator Wambua has brought. You know, Speaker, as a leader of a political party myself, we have run multiple registration drives in previous elections, and we know just how difficult it is, which is why, Honorable Speaker, I want to take this opportunity to commend the young people of this country who have decided that they are going to run this registration drive themselves. There's a young man on social media, Honorable Speaker, called Allen Zademba. If there was ever a person in this country who deserves a state commendation, it is that young man who has mobilized the Tukokadi movement. Mr. Speaker, you'll remember a few years ago, this country actually awarded a HSC, a head of state commendation, to somebody for simply standing in a line holding a bag of githeri for voting. So what Allen Zademba has been able to achieve in terms of registration of over 1 million young people in a very short space, I think even these titles that some of us have should be given to people like Allen Zademba because of the civic education that he's doing there. And at a fraction, Honorable Speaker, of the budgets that we see from IEBC. I just want that in that statement as well, the committee addresses some of the concerns that we have seen. First of all, this commission that is headed by Erastus Ethekon is very poor in communication. There was a lot of confusion when they told us the issue of people who registered prior to 2012. We need them to communicate with clarity, Honorable Speaker, and address some of the concerns that we have heard from the ground, including, Honorable Speaker, allegations of registration of foreigners, especially in the border.